all, thanks brothers and sisters for the invitation to this meeting. I've been introduced at a couple of meetings now as the Visteon convener. Just to put the record straight, I am a Visteon SAC convener, and I will be looking at an application form to go up the Lindsay Oil Works. Just before I go over some of the things that happened in Belfast, I want to thank Kevin Nolan and Frank Jepson for the tremendous work they did in their two plants. Whilst the occupation started in Belfast, it was tremendous. I mean, Frank Jepson had only been probably the shortest convener in the history of Ford of Visteon. He'd only been convener 6 weeks. So to lead that plant back to what it did, and Kevin hadn't been convener long either, so it was fantastic what them two plants achieved. To go back to Belfast, on the 31st of March 2009, evil descended in our plant, and the guise of the administrator. As I see these people, they're thugs in three-piece suits. They came into the plant and they sacked the whole workforce in the canteen and gave us 6 minutes notice. But we knew they were coming because we had information, so we told them at that meeting we wouldn't be leaving the plant, that they would be leaving. So there was a standoff, but of course while we were having an argument on the standoff with the administrator, our maintenance comrades were locking the gates at the front door as we started the occupation of the factory. After a while, when the administrator seen this was happening, he said he would call the police, and we told him we have fought the police for many a year and we aren't particularly worried about the police. So as time went on, the end of the shift came at 5:30, and at this point the administrator asked me could the girls who were in with them leave the factory, and we said of course. So we got them off the factory and we said to them, you know, they wouldn't be getting back in the next day, so they left. The next point was the security had been on about 18 hours, and the administrator asked could they change shift, and we said no, once they leave that's security off the plant. So then security went. We then went to the local management and advised them for their safety, and they would be as well leaving the plant. So they left. So that left the two administrators. They stayed all night. After 24 hours they said their backup team were coming in, and we said no, your backup team aren't coming in. The next thing they did was order a pizza, but the pizza didn't get in. So after that point the administrator decided to go. However, that wasn't the end of it, because the people of Belfast followed the administrator down to the administrator's office in Belfast City Centre, and so the pick of the Dell office started. Now, a lot of people have asked me why we were successful in Belfast. We were successful because of the camaraderie. Number one, the Socialist Party were on the scene very early and gave us fantastic support. Once we were sacked, we had people of high ranking in the previous organisation cleaning the toilets. There was no hierarchy. Everybody stood together. The whole community in the area came up and supported us. We had support from America, from Southern Ireland, from all over, with people up from Waterford. And the support we got was fantastic, and it made my job easy. However, there was one group that didn't support us, and unfortunately it was the Ford Shop Stewards conveners body, and I'm going to go back to that. It was not the employees, it was the conveners who would not give us the support. Now, when we started this occupation, an officer arrived on the site, the first officer, and he said to me, John, I shouldn't be here. I could lose my house. This is illegal. I have to go. We can't win. So we told him to go. And he left. But having said that, there was another, the Regional Secretary of the All-Ireland, Jimmy Kelly, was very helpful. And that also helped us. So that was the background to the camaraderie, the support, everything that led us to win. Leaving our dispute, we got to now look at the broader thing. And I noticed the speakers earlier were saying that the General Secretaries were not very critical of the government's expenses. I can understand this, because in my opinion, everybody in public office, including the General Secretaries, should have their expenses printed. There needs to be full transparency. The way I see it is, if a leader of our union is sitting on a salary of £140,000 and there's a man in the office, a boss, on a salary of £140,000, and there's a cleaner on £7 an hour that has a problem. I don't believe these two bodies are interested in getting the right result for that cleaner. I believe these two bodies are interested in getting rid of the problem. So comrades, the structures must change going forward. In my opinion, all union officers must be elected on a yearly basis. All union officers must receive a worker's salary and transparent expenses. There's a third point, and it's a point that a lot of people miss. When I noticed the last election we had when Derek Simpson was being elected in Unite, there's actually very few of our members vote in these elections, because unfortunately most people join the trade union and they only come looking for help when they get into trouble. And okay, they just want to come to work, leave work, go home, and in most cases that happens, but they come to the union when they need help. So I guess at that election the letters come into the House and we voted, and you know, people have electric bills, all sorts of other bills, and to be perfectly honest, the union one goes to the side and people don't vote. I think we need to change that structure. I think the officers' votes need to take place in the facilities, run by the officers, run by the conveners. And we can make sure that if a General Secretary is elected, he's elected by 90% of the union voting, not 10%. Because a machine can get into place to win a vote with 10%. It's hard for a machine to stop 90%. So that is the way forward, and in my opinion, if that doesn't change, it will be very hard to change anything. I just want to go back to our dispute now on what happened when we went to Ford. I want to make it clear, lots of good employees in the Ford organisation with a bit of leadership would have come out and supported us. Lots of them. We were part of the Ford organisation for many a year before spin-off. So when we were attacked, we were sacked, no pensions, no salary, sacked in 6 minutes. We went to the national body in Ford and asked for support. I sat for many a year myself with these people. I asked them to make a noise to Ford, to at least say they were prepared to support us, at least make a strong statement. The reply I got was, well, we'll help, we'll do a collection for you. If I wanted a collection, I went up to Holborn with a bucket myself and collected. I didn't want money, I wanted support, and I did not get it. Now, there will be a Visteon Part 2, because there will be a fight for our pensions. And that fight will go to Bridge End, possibly, or other Ford locations. And again, we will be appealing to the people in Ford Motor Company to help us. And you know, I have to laugh when I hear our officers saying we need a multi-union across the world to support all people. That is a great idea. I would fully endorse that idea. But when the people in Dagenham can't support the people in Belfast, how the hell can they support the people in Zimbabwe? And I would ask everybody to support us in Visteon Part 2 when we go to finish this pensions fight. And already I have the same people that told me in the plant, we can't win it, we can't. Well, I have news for them, we can and we will.